Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Lu-Ling. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Drupten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the good practice tonight. Namo Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, the earth store Bodhisattva. Sumo, Tanchen Kapzo, Drupten Siddhi. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here over the internet. Good evening, everyone. How do you do?
아이시테루 사랑해 Hola amigo que quiero mucho 스고인 이지바 김어지 주미 야비 뿌린뿌린 건방와 가운 빈디ao这个在前几天
a few days ago, the 24th of the 24th day of the 8th lunar month in the evening, I give Simu eye drops. So for the left eye is the red bottle. Is it antibiotic? And for the right eye is for the teardrops, man-made teardrops. And then I draw the curtains for her room because there would be sun in the morning. And then I would set her alarm to let her check the clock that can be reflected on the ceiling. And then we set a boundary protection for the whole bedroom. And then before Sumo fell asleep, she looked at me and said, "You're not Seng Yen Lu." She told me that I am not Seng Yen Lu. And of course I am not Seng Yen Lu. That's what's written in the Vajra Sutra. So who am I then? You've changed. So there's another head on top of your head. That scared me, shocked me. So I'm not Songtsen Gampo. I had another head on top of my head. Because when Songtsen Gampo was born, there was a small head on top of him, on top of his head, the head of Amitabha Buddha, his yidam. Because he's afraid of people seeing that, so he used a red cloth to cover it. He never let people see that head. But she told me that there's another head on top of my head. And I said, you go ahead. I would not believe that there's another head on top of my head. And I said, that's not head, that's a head balm. And on the side is the hair, hair side. And she said, yes, that's right, that's right. She looked like this. And your face has changed to become Amitabha Buddha's face, and the whole body emit a really bright white light. And then she was about to fall asleep and look at the side, and she said, next to you, someone is standing next to you. And I asked, is it a man or a woman? I asked her. And she said, I could not see clearly, but he's wearing lama robe and taller than you are. If it had been somebody else, that you would be numb from the bottom of your feet all the way up to the tip of your head. And all the hair, body hair would stand up. Someone is standing right next to me. And after she said that, she fell asleep. So I took that person to my room. He was Master Lu-Ling. At that time, Siddhikarbha Bodhisattva appeared. And Taisan Fujin too. The Taisan Fujin also appeared. And the Yama from the 10 halls also appeared. And I looked at Master Lu-Ling and I said, how come your soul has left your body? And he said, of course he did not say English, did not speak in English. He's gone. So the soul got out first to look for you. And he said, Grandmaster, take me with you. And I said, yes, sure. So I asked Siddhikarpa Bodhisattva,
十殿阎罗，
Tai San
你
Fujin,
们就回地府去吧，
and
回
the
幽冥世界，
Yama of the 10
请你们
halls
去，
just go to the
他们
netherworld,
就消失不见。
and they disappeared.
然后我就招请
And then I
应该
invoke
去的地方，
the place that you should go to.
请了多闻天王、
I invited
十国天王、
Vaisravana,
广目天王、
Virudaka,
真常天王，
Rastra, and
四个
Virupaksa,
天王下降。
heavenly kings to descend.
我说莲印上师，你
And
跟
I
着
said,
四大
Master
天
Lien
王
Yin, you
护着
follow
你，
the 4 heavenly kings to support
那
you.
你就去吧。
Then go there.
那就是8月24号
That
晚
was
上的事情。
the 8/24. What happened
有四
in
大天王
at the night
护
of
着
the 24th day of the
莲印
8th
上
month.
师
So the 4 heavenly
的
kings
往生
supported Master
到
Lien Yin
佛国净土吧。
to be reborn in the Buddha land.
这是师母亲眼所见，
So Sumo personally witnessed it.
师母的眼睛现在很厉害，
So Sumo's
可以看
eyes
阴的，
now are
看阳的，
incredible, could see
看
the
整个
yin
宇宙，
and the yang and the whole
她
universe.
都可以看。
She could see them all.
莲恩法师啊，莲恩
The Reverend Lien En,
他在密院呢。
she's at the Tantric Order.
有一天清晨，师
One
母
dawn,
看到欧洲的这个，到
Sumo
欧洲
saw,
去，看到欧洲的那个所有的
she went to
装潢
Europe and
很
saw
漂亮，
the decorations in Europe. Many people having a party there,
两个人站在他面前，
and saw 2 people standing in front of her talking,
讲清楚一点，
and
我听
told
不清楚，
Sumo,
你们
I
讲
cannot
清楚
hear
一点。
clearly,
那
speak
两个人
clearly.
回头看他，
And the 2
另外
of
一个
them
男
turn
的
around
脚
and look
上
at
还有
her.
一只，师母看得很
One
清楚。
is a man, and there's mark on his feet.
然后
Sumo
莲
saw
恩站
clearly,
在那边，
and Lien En stood there,
莲恩问师母说：“你嘴巴为什么一直在
and
讲
Lien En asked Sumo, why were you
你
mumbling?
没看到吗？”
And Sumo
莲
said,
恩
didn't you
讲说：“你
see?
没看到什么啊？
No, I didn't see anything.
你没看到什么？他就站在你旁边呢。”
You didn't see anything? He's standing right next to
莲
you.
恩呢，就是马上一直退到厨房，从客厅退到厨房去。
And Lien En stepped backward all the way to the
是师母
kitchen.
第一次看到。
That was the first time Sumo had
那时候天快亮的时候啊，
a sighting.
这些景象都消失，
And
所
when
有
it's
人
daybreak, all
很
the
多的
scenes
人
are disappeared.
打开我
Many
家的那些
people
柜子
open
的那个门打
the
开，
cabinet
全
doors,
部抖进柜子里面，然后有一个
and
帽
they
子
all
被夹在
hid
柜子里，
into the cabinets, and there was some people that had caught
也进去，
all
这
the
样，
feet
那是他的第一次看
going
见。
in. That was her first, the first time she
后来以
saw.
后，他常常看到，
And afterwards, she often
师
had,
母就常常看见。
she often saw.
从那天晚上，这个24号，农历8月24号，
So on the 24th,
他看到
day of the 8th
看到
lunar
灵
month,
上师，看到
she
师尊
saw
变成
Master
阿弥
Lien
陀
Yin and she saw
佛，
Grandmaster
他就看得很
becoming
清楚，
Amitabha Buddha, and she saw it
这
very
是
clearly.
真实语。
These are
师母
all
很少
true
讲这个
words.
灵界的事情，很少很少，
Sumo
他这一生
rarely
从
talk
来
about
通通都不讲的，
spiritual stuff. She never said anything
现在
all
眼
her
睛
life.
啊变成阴阳眼，
But now her eyes become yin and yang.
他有时候晚上要睡觉的时候，他就跟我讲，
Sometimes
你
before
又
sleep,
看到什么？
she would tell
我
me
说我
what
看到
she
比你那么
saw.
多，你不用讲。
And I told her, I've seen more than you do, that you have, so no need to tell me.
他以前年轻的时候，从来很少，他根本从来不讲这些的。
When she was young, she never talked about this.
70几岁了，
And now in her
也很
70s,
怪。
that's strange.
他去眼科医生那里，
She
跟眼
went
科
to
医
the
生
eye
讲，
doctor and told the eye doctor,
他说你给我药是什么哪一种眼药？他说
What
讲
kind of
给
eye
给你那个
ointment did you give me?
人工泪液，给你一种
Artificial
抗生
tree
素，
drops,
一
a
种类
kind
固
of
醇，
antibiotic, a
还有
kind
一
of
种，
steroid.
反正我也不知道是什么，好几瓶，
And one more, I don't know what it is, a few bottles
点他
for
眼
her
睛。
eyes.
那师母说：“你给我这些啊，这
And
些药
Sumo
点
said,
啊，
the medicine that you gave
会
me
看到什么吗？”
would make
说
me
不
see
会啊，那是
things.
正常的。
And they
眼
said,
科医生
no,
给的药就是眼药
it's
啊，
just
这
normal
些眼
things,
药啊，就是
just
让你
ointment
眼
for
睛
the
不要
eyes,
发炎，
so that you don't have
然后
infection for your
给你清
ears,
净，
and
清
also
净你的
to
眼睛，
to
消
cleanse
炎的
your
药，抗生素，
eyes, and then for
就是
inflammation.
给你这种药而已。
Those are all the medicine.
那师母跟他讲说，
And
但是
Sumo
啊，
told
我
them,
看到无形的。
but I
我看到
saw
无
the
形，眼
intangibles.
科医生一听啊，
And
看到无形，
when the eye doctor heard that,
要不要给你
what?
转诊到精神科啊？
Saw those, so maybe we should transfer you to the mental
眼科医
ward,
生从来没有听过说有
because
人
eye
会看到
doctor
无形。
never
师
heard
母跟他讲
that
说会
anybody
看到无形，他
would
说
see the
他也
the
觉得哎，
intangibles.
从来没有听过。
No, they never heard of it.
他真的是看见，
So she truly saw.
地藏王菩萨，所以我今天特别
So today
请了
I
地藏王菩萨
especially
开山明
pray
经
to
10遍
Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, Taisan Fujin, and the
先讲个笑
Yama
话。
King of the Ten Halls. Let
老
me
钱出了车祸，
share a joke first.
护士小姐问他
Liao Qian was
你摸
involved in
腿
a
看
car
看
accident,
有没有感觉？
and then the nurse
老
told
钱
him,
摸了摸腿，
can you
嗯，
rub your legs and
还
tell
是
me
蛮
if
有
there's a
感觉。
feeling? And he did, and said,
护士
yeah,
小姐
there's
骂
a
他
good feeling.
靠腰啊，
And then the
请你
nurse
摸你
said,
自己的腿好吗？
come on, can't you rub your own legs?
不要搞错了，那叫你摸你自己的腿，你摸护士的腿干什么？
So asking you to rub your own leg, not the nurse's legs.
这个小明对医生讲：“医生，
Xiao
最近
Ming
我
told the
身体怪怪
doctor,
的，你帮我诊断
recently
看看。
I feel
医生看了一眼，
strange. Can you please diagnose?
你的视力
And the doctor
非
took
常
a
有
look
问
and
题。
said, you have
小
real
明
bad
说：“医
eyesight.
生，
And Xiaoming said, you haven't even checked. How do you know my eyes had problems? And the doctor said, did you see the sign outside the hospital? Because this is a vet hospital, an animal hospital. So don't mistake many things. Now we will do the question and answer. Ask a question from Singapore. Lianhua Lin Mei Fang. Homage to the lineage root guru, living Buddha Lian Sheng. Thank you for answering my question. At any moment, I always remind myself to place above my head. So, with our lineage root guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng sitting on top of our heads, everything would go smoothly and auspicious. Even if we encounter calamities, the root guru will also save us. So that means our conduct and behavior is very important, right? So, however, if we make mistakes, and then the lineage root guru is above our head, so would he also see or know about it? Then are we getting our lineage root guru involved in the mistake then? So the lineage root guru on top of my head, what would happen? And this may be a big joke or a stupid question. Thank you, thank you. To the extremely holy lineage root guru, living Buddha Lian Sheng. A question from Lianhua Lin Mei Fang from Singapore. She also always think of lineage root guru sitting on top of her head, and everything will go smoothly and auspicious. But if she violates speech precepts or bodily precepts or conduct or behavior, so does she involve the lineage root guru to violate to create the karma? So what she said was that, would the lineage root guru on top of her head knows when I create the karma? That's the key question. Often think of the lineage root gurus to be seated on top of our heads. Let me tell everyone, Grandmaster, don't have that many emanation bodies to sit on top of the heads of disciples and to see. Then my head would become tens of thousands of heads to see what other people are doing days in, days out. No. I don't know if you're married or not. So when you're sleeping with your husband at night and I am on your head, on top of your head, however, let me tell you, Grandmaster does have an emanation body, emanated body. In a split of a second, I can go anywhere I want. Whether you're in Taiwan, Japan, Indonesia, Singapore, or West America, Central America, East Coast, or South America, North America, or Europe, or Southeast Asia. Anyway, I can go there in a split of a second. I have an emanation
天
body
天都跟一个人在一起，
who's always together with one person.
我就住在他的心中。
I lives inside her heart.
我们这里有多伦多精英雷藏寺的
We have
莲
from
雄上师，
Jin-in Lechang Temple in Toronto, Master Lian
他
Xiong.
每一次在多伦多精英雷藏寺啊，在建
Every
精英雷
time
藏寺的时候啊，一
When
碰到
he
困
was
难，
building the
他就跟师
Jin-in
尊讲，
Lechang Temple in Toronto, when he encountered
就合
some
掌跟师尊祈祷。
difficulties, he would join his palms and pray to Grandmaster.
那我就显现
And I
在他的
appeared
这个身边，告诉他怎么做。
next to him and would tell him what to
莲雄
do.
上师有没有这回事？
Master Lian Xiong, is this the case?
啊，谢谢你，你做。
Thank you. Thank you.
马上
Please
去
be
跟他
seated.
讲怎么做，
I would tell him
这
immediately
个
what
事
to
情怎么
do,
解决。
how to solve the problem.
他很快他就知道了，你就知道答案怎么
Immediately
做
he would know the solution and what to do.
我有一个分身呐、
I have an emanation body.
刚刚讲的那个分身是在台湾，
The earlier emanation body is in
我
Taiwan.
也有一个分身呐、
I have another
他
emanation
只要
body.
向我祈祷，我就出现，
Whenever she prays to me, I would appear.
甚至我自己想去哪里就去哪里。
So I can go anywhere I want.
我也看到啊，
I
我入谁的梦
also had the vision. I entered somebody's dreams.
这个厨房组的，穿白衣的，在双联隔壁的，
The one that
我
worked
有
in
没
the
有入你的
kitchen,
梦？
the one wearing white next to Shuang Lian,
啊
did I enter into your
你
dream?
跟我之间的事们，你跟我之间的
The
事们，就在那
the
个梦中，有没
promise
有？
between you and I
有
was
就
in the
讲有
dream.
大声一点。有。
Say it
好那你
louder.
请坐。
Yes. Please be seated.
他来厨房组工作，从台湾飞到这里来厨房组工作，最近要回去了。
She came from
她是为这个
Taiwan
事
to
们
work
来
in the kitchen, and she's about to leave soon. And she came for this
我不是随便叫一个人
promise.
来啊，
I did not ask just anybody,
那位纽约
just
的
randomly.
卢双双，
And Lu Song
是
Song
我叫
from
她
New
来的。
York came here because I asked her to.
纽约来的卢双双，你知道吧？
Do you know Lu Song Song from New York?
你们都看过了，看过了几首。
You have seen her? Please raise your hand if you have.
是我叫她来的，
I was the one who asked her to come.
她来了说，我带她去，带我的房间去看她的
When
本
she
尊
came,
跟她妈妈。
I asked her and her
我单
mom
独
to
叫一个
to
女
my
生到我
room
房间去，
to see her yidam.
带她跟她的
I
妈
did
妈
not
到我房
ask
间
a
去看她
lady
的
to
本
come to my room by herself, but she and her mom
是我叫
to
她
come
来
to my room to see her
来这
yidam.
边，因为
It
厨房
was
组的
I
快
who
要没有
asked
人，
her to
我叫
come
她来这里下厨房。
because we have
结果
less and less people working in the
这
kitchen, so I
个
asked her to come here to
西雅
work
图
in
雷
the
藏寺
kitchen. But
这个委
Seattle
员会
Lechang Temple
管理委员会
director
所拒绝这个人，
directors
来
board
这
of
里，
directors
我就回去
refused
回纽
and
约去，
rejected her,
等下一次机会吧。
so she returned to New York.
是
So
我叫她
maybe
来的，
maybe next time. It was I who asked her to come to help work in the kitchen. She let go of everything in New York. She was a hairstylist in New York, but she studied construction and interior decoration, interior design. So she let go of everything that's in her house and give away the value of close to 20,000 value to come here to become a volunteer. But the Seattle Lezang Temple management team sent her off. It's a pity, but it's okay. Grandmaster will find other people. There are nobody left in the kitchen to work in the kitchen. These people here that are about to leave. So I'm looking for someone with the U.S. permit, and perhaps she would become a nun. In the future, she would become a nun, and yet they chase her out. Let me tell you a problem. When you have good karma, when you do good, you visualize Grandmaster seated on top of your head. When you breach the speech precept or you breach the behavior precept, even then, if you ask Grandmaster to sit on top of your head, Grandmaster won't, and Grandmaster will not see anything. But no matter what, the karma is really frightening. Everything that you do is recorded. They're all recorded. All the karma that you have violated would be recorded. And karma, they are the so-called recorded karma and the unrecorded karma. And what is the unrecorded karma? As a spiritual cultivator, whatever you do, and you know a dharma, you protect yourself first. You protect yourself so that the gods and ghosts will not be able to see inside it. That's unrecorded. If you're not spiritual cultivator and you don't know how to do boundary protection, then everything is recorded. So when you create karma, whether it's a speech karma, a body or conduct karma, Grandmaster will not be there. He's not sitting on top of your heads. Very simple answer to your question. Answer to Lianhua Lin Mei Fang from Singapore. The second question from Malaysia. Lianhua Xiaomei. Homage to Grandmaster. There is a believer called Li Mei-yin, and she wants to register her baby spirits or her. However, her name and birth dates are somebody else's. Will this affect her registration? Because when she was born, the mother has left the house and nobody
所以
had
到了他
her,
岁时，为了
I think
领
it's
到
birth
身份证，
certificate.
就用了邻居
So when she was 15 years old, to get an ID card, she used
李美英
a deceased
和
daughter
出
of a
生日期
neighbor,
都是邻居。
so use the name and birthday of that
如果
deceased
亲戚和
daughter
朋
of
友
the
都
neighbor.
用邻居去世的女儿的名
So
字呼唤她，她会不会承接了去世女孩的命运？
So if
开始，
relatives and friends use
我实在
the name
弄不
of the
清楚他是
deceased
这样。
daughter to call her,
不
would
过
that
这个要分
affect
析，哇，
the deceased daughter? I don't
这个要真
understand
的
what
是
she's asking, but let me analyze.
要分析。李美英想要为她的随子
Li
报
Mei-ying
名，
wanted to register her baby spirit,
你就是写李美英的随子林，
and then you register it as
就可以。
Li Mei-ying's baby
不管你
spirit.
这个
That's
名
good
字
enough. It
是
does
谁
not
的，是
matter
邻居去世的
where you
女
got
孩
your
子的名
name
字，
from,
都不
whether
要
it
写。
was the name of
反正
the
现在的
deceased
李
daughter of the
美英
neighbor,
就是你，
because the current
你
Li
的随子
Mei-ying
林
is
就是
you.
你的随子林。
So your baby
你
spirit
报
would
名
be your
李
baby
美
spirit.
英的随子
So
林，
by registering Li
报名
Mei-ying's
就没有
baby
错。
spirit, that would be correct.
不管你那个名字是怎么来的啦，总之挂在你身上就是你的。
It doesn't matter how the name got
第二
there,
个，
but it's already on you, that's yours.
这个李美英这个名字呢，她的
Second,
生日也是用别人的，
and this Li
名字也是用
Mei-ying's
别人的，
birthday is also somebody else's,
不会
and
影
her
响
name's
报名。
also somebody else's. It will not affect your registration.
15岁的时候，为了领身份证，就
When
用
she
了
was
邻
15
居
years
去世
old,
的
in
女
order to
孩
get
子
an
的报
ID,
名字，
she
啊，
used
报
the
生纸，
name,
她的名字叫李美英，和出
And
生日期都是用
I
邻
think
居
it's
已
birth
去世的女儿
certificate,
的。
which is the name Li Mei-ying
但是
and
呢，
her birthday.
去世女儿的命运，
But
不会
the
是你的
Destiny
命
of
运，
the deceased daughter
不会
is
是
not
李美英
your,
的
is
命运。
not Li Mei-ying's
李美英
destiny,
的命运归你的，你
because
现在用她的名字没关
even when
系，
you use her name, it's okay,
她的命运不是你的命运。
because her
如果她的命
destiny
运
is
是
not
你的命运，
yours,
你早
and
就不
you're
在了，
because
你
if
也死
her
了。
destiny
因为
is
她死了
yours,
嘛，你也
then you
你
would
也
be
应该
dead
死吧，
too, because she's dead, right?
对
So
不
you
对？
would be dead too.
所以不会，
So no, that's not the
个
case.
人有个人的运。
Everyone has their
啊，
own
同一个时
fate
间
and
出生，
destiny.
差个几秒钟出生的命运就不一样。
Even when you were born on the same hour or minute, and if
所以这个
there's
李美英
a few
是你
seconds
的
difference,
一个
then
代号，
the destiny would be different.
你的随子林就是你的随子林。
So Li Mei-ying is just a name,
原来去世的李美英不
and
会
your
影响
baby
你。
spirit is your baby spirit, and the
我的意
original
思是这样子讲，
deceased Li Mei-ying will
会
not
不会
affect
承接
you.
了去世女孩的命运？如果承
Will
接了去
you
世女孩子的命
will
运，你还有
you
命吗？她已经去世了
continue
啊，
the destiny of the deceased girl? Of
不
course,
可能，
if
对不
you
对？
if you do, then you would have been
很简
dead,
单的
right?
讲，
So that's
两
impossible,
个人
right?
不同的命运，同
Two
样的名
people
字，不同的命
with
运。
different
你要查吗？我当初的时候，我
different
卢胜彦
destiny.
三个字
There are
是
many
我
people
父
with the
亲
same
请一个
name, with
日
different
本
destiny. My
日
name
本学校啊，他当
Seng
初他
Yen
读书的，他在
was
那时候台湾
due to
是
my
日据
dad,
时代，就日本人
because
占
at
领的
that
时
time
代，
during
日本
Japanese
占领台湾50 年，
occupation,
占领台湾
Japan
有
was
50
in
年的历
Taiwan
史。
for 50 years,
我父亲是读日本
and
学
my
校，
father went to
我出
Japanese
生的时候
school.
是我父
When
亲
I
跟
was
日本
born,
学校的校
my
长
father asked
说
the
帮我
principal of the
取
Japanese
他
school
的
to give me a
卢
name,
胜彦，
and he
盛
gave me
宴
the
两个字
name
有
Seng
小
Yen
日
Lu.
本的味道。
And Seng Yen has the feel of Japanese Katsuhiko.
这是生烟，
In Japanese, it's called
就是
Katsuhiko.
生，焰
Katsu
就是
is
一
Seng and Yen is Hiko.
那这个名字挂在我身上，
And
你
this
这个名字是
name
你的
now
吗？
is hang on me. But
当
is
然
this
是我
name
的了，
mine?
我就是
Yes,
卢
of
生燕
course.
了，
I am Seng Yen Lu,
对不对？
right?
但是我那时候啊，我查一下台湾的户籍，
But then
一
I
共有
checked
16个卢
the
生燕，
what is it called? The like the
同名
censor.
同姓，同名同姓都叫卢生燕，有16个，有16个。
So 16,
难
the
道我会
census, the
分别那
register.
16个人的命运吗？
So same name, same family
不
name.
可能啊，
There were 16
对不对？
people around Taiwan. So will I be my destiny be
同
affected
名
by
同姓的
those?
多得很，
No,
同名同姓多得
impossible.
很。台
Many
湾有
people with
16 个
same
卢生燕，
name
每个人命运都不同。
and family names. So
祖孙的
16
命
Seng
运
Yen
跟他
Lu
们的
in
命运都不
Taiwan,
同。
and the
这个
destiny of
当
each one
活
of them
佛
are
的
all
大概就
different.
只有一位。
Maybe only one that becomes a living Buddha.
所以不一样的，不一样。
So they're all different. Don't worry. Rest assured.
.小明呢，捡到了一个神灯，
Xiaoming got
摸了
an
几下，
Aladdin
摸了那个
lamp
神灯几下，
and rubbed it several times,
这个精灵他就出来了，
and the
精灵
genie
他就出来了，
appeared.
给你一个愿望，
Uh,
你要什么？
give you a wish. What do you want?
小明很高兴，
Xiaoming was very happy,
就跟
very
精灵讲
pleased, and told the genie,
我要财源滚滚，
I want money rolling
财
in.
源滚滚。这个精灵讲，
And the
太
genie
容易
said,
了吧
that's too easy.
？It's easy， 太容易了。他这个小明就回去见老板，
And
老
Xiaoming
板跟他
went
讲，
to see the
你
boss.
财源啦，滚滚。
Told the boss that now you're fired and get out,
小
roll
明
out from here.
他想要财源滚滚，财源滚滚的，
It's play of words of Chinese.
结果他被裁员了，他被他老板
Oh,
到公司
he
公司
wanted
老板跟他
money
讲
rolling in, but he went
裁
to
员
work, and the boss
你
told
被裁
him
员
that he's laid
滚滚
off and to get
就滚
out. But it's play of words of
真的
Chinese.
是财源滚滚。你看，经理讲的话很准。
So what the genie said was very accurate.
所以遇到神灯了，千万不要讲财源滚滚。
So when you encounter a genie, an lamb, please don't say 财源滚滚.
小明问妈妈：“你
Xiaoming
有没有
asked
体会到什么是人生？” 妈
Mom,
妈讲：
have
一
you
连串的
experienced
错误，
what
以后悔
life
累积
is?
起来的就是人
All
生。
kinds of mistakes chained together
小明问：
and
我也觉得是这样。
regrets. That's human
不过
life.
你是
And
从
Xiaoming
什么
said,
时
that's
候
how I felt
开
too.
始有这么
When
深
did you
切的
start
领悟？
having such
妈妈
a
回答：
deep
从生下你那一天开始。
experience? And the mom replied, from the day of your birth.
这个小明真的是，我们讲《金刚经》了啊。
Now we will expound Vajra Sutra.
无得无说分第七。
7. Nothing gained, nothing spoken. Let me read this excerpt of the sutra. Subhuti, what do you think? Does the Tathagata attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi? Does the Tathagata speak on the Dharma? Subhuti replied, in my understanding of the meaning of the Buddha's teaching, there is no such Dharma called Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, and there is no such Dharma spoken by the Tathagata. Why? Because all teachings of the Tathagata cannot be held and cannot be spoken. They are not Dharma and they are not non-Dharma. Therefore, all sages are distinguished by effortless Dharma. All sages are distinguished by effortless Dharma. This sentence, this statement is extremely important. Nothing. Chapter 7, nothing gained, nothing spoken. The last time we talked about nothing gained and we talk about the whole night, and now we will talk about nothing spoken. What Subhuti meant was the Dharma spoken by the Tathagata, by Sakyamuni Buddha, cannot be held, cannot be obtained, and so cannot be spoken. They are not Dharma and they are not non-Dharma. So, let me ask everybody, what is not Dharma and not non-Dharma? Why would he say that? Not Dharma and also not non-Dharma. The other time we talked about what non-Dharma is. Fortune telling, face reading, throwing the trigrams, checking astrologies or the stars, predictions, how much blessings, 一张青紫微斗数, the ancient divinations, 黄极命数, 眼天罡的平量 balance, 眼天罡, 李春风, geomancy and feng shui, they're all considered to be non-Dharma. They're all non-Dharma. But what is not non-Dharma? What are or what is not non-Dharma? Anyone that can explain this state? This morning, my ears were plucked. Doesn't matter what you said. I didn't hear. I just know that you were speaking, but I didn't hear anything. Let me tell you what is not non-Dharma. It seems like there is Dharma, but also it seems like there is no Dharma. Now remember, it seems like there is Dharma. It seems like there is a Dharma teaching, but it seems that there is no Dharma either. Why we call it Tathagata
如来是什么意思？
Oh, suchness coming in Chinese literally. What is that meaning? What is the meaning of
无
Tathagata?
是无来无去，不是。
It's not no coming and no going,
我
okay?
已经跟你讲了，上回我就讲了吗？
I have talked about it
好
last
像
time.
有来，
It
这
seems
就是
like
如来。什么叫
it
如去？
seems like
其实
it's
如
coming.
去也是跟如来一样，
That's why it's
好
Tathagata.
像有去。
And then there's another one, Ru Chu, like going. It seems like there's a going. It seems
对不
like
对？
going.
好像有来，这个叫做如来。
So
好
it
像有
seems
去，
like it's
这个叫做
coming,
如
so
去。
that's called Tathagata.
这个如就
Ru
是
Lai
相
and
嘛，
Ru Chu. So
如就是相
Ru
嘛。
is like seems, or it seems like
所以这个
seems like
什么叫做非非
like
法？
coming or like
好
going.
像有法，又好
So
像没有，
not non-dharma is
这就是非非法。
like there is a dharma and like there is no dharma.
那么到底有没有说法呢？无
So
说，
is there dharma spoken?
真正到了最高境界叫做
No,
无
no,
说。
no spoken.
所以我讲达摩祖师啊，
Nothing spoken. The highest
And
realm,
Dharma
nothing spoken. That's why I said about Bodhidharma.
少林寺，
He's invited
少
to
林
give
寺，
dharma
因为他在
teaching
嵩山嘛，
at the Shaolin
嵩山
Temple,
少林寺的后山，
at the
在那边
Songsan,
练
Mount Song. At the
后来
back
出
of
来
the
大家
Mount
知道
Song,
他
he's
是
facing the wall in
得道
retreat.
高僧嘛，就
And
请他
when he
说
got
法，
out, everybody
来上法
knew
座，
that
不是
he
跟你讲了吗？
had attained the
那
holy
个要写的笔记本拿起来拍一下。
holiness and invited him to give Dharma teaching. And I've
好，
talked about this and
说
just
法完毕，
got the
走下去。
notebook, clipboard,
现在我也说法完毕。
and then that's it, the end of the teaching, and then walk down. Also for me,
就是这样，
now, that's it.
无法可说，
No Dharma to be spoken,
无说，根本没有讲的。
nothing
达
spoken.
摩祖师根本就不讲、不说法的，
Bodhidharma
一上
does
去
not
就是
give
拍一
Dharma
下就
teaching.
下来，说
He
已
just
经
got up
已经说法完毕了。
and then slept,
那是
and then
最
that's
高
the
的
end.
境界，那是最高
That's the
最高
highest realm.
为什么这样？
Why was it like this?
我告诉你们一件事情，
Let
大
me
家
tell
以
you
为啊，
one thing.
我们现在地球上，
Everybody
整个地
thinks
球上有很多的国家，对不对？
there are many countries on
有
earth,
没有
right?
很多国家？有很
Are
多
there
国
many
家。
countries? Yes,
每一
many.
个国家都有很多很多的人，对不对？
And in each country there are many people, right?
都有很多很多的人啊，
Many people.
都有很多很多的房子啊，
And many
很多的车
houses.
子啊，在跑来跑去
And
啊。
many cars
Ah,
driving
现在呢，
around.
美国跟中国
And now
两个都是大国，算起来都是大
America and China are considered big countries.
啊。美中两国呢，就是
And between the
总
two
之啊，不是啊
countries,
在搞什么东西。
don't know what they are doing.
我个人不参与政治啊，
I don't
我
want to
个
get
人从来
involved
不
in
参与政治。总
politics.
之呢，觉得
I never did.
两边争来争去，
I just find them
也不知道
fighting.
争什么。
I don't know for what.
争啊，他们在争，
They are
跟我
fighting.
没有什么关系。
It's their fightings are unrelated
他们
to
争他
me.
们的。
I live my life and they fight theirs.
那大家想一想，
So think about it.
最高的境界是什么？
What is the highest kind of realm?
这是很深的学问。
This is a very profound
在我的眼中，
knowledge. In my eyes,
就没有地球，
there is no earth.
没
Earth
有
does
国
not
家，
exist. No countries,
没有众生，没有这些人，
no sentient beings, no people.
真的，
Really.
你们争什么啊？
What are you vying
在我
for?
的眼中，根
In
本
my
就没有
eyes,
国家，没
there are
有
no
这些人，
countries, no people.
没有谁当武林盟主。
Who's the leader of the leagues? Nobody.
现在真的就是武林盟主了。
They're
金庸小说里
fighting
面写的
to be the
武林盟
the
主，
chief, like spoken in the
现在在争
Jin Yong novel, you know, to be the
你们眼
chief
中有没有蚂蚁？
of the leagues.
有没有？
So in your
有啊，
eyes,
我们常常看到蚂蚁在
ants
走。
are ants in your
蚂蚁
eyes
跟
inside
蚂
you.
蚁会，蚂蚁这个红蚂蚁跟
Or actually on your mind.
黑蚂蚁会不会
Yeah,
打
we
架？
see ants.
另外，
So
这
the
个黑
black
蚂蚁
ant
会不会
and the
跟黑
red
蚂蚁
ant,
打架？
will
另
it
外，
fight? Will
这个
they
小
fight?
蚂蚁会不会跟大蚂蚁打架？
Or the
大
little
只蚂
ant
蚁
fight with the
跟
big
跟
ant?
这个小只蚂蚁跟
Or
各
the
种颜
big
色的蚂蚁
ant?
会
Or
不会
the
打架？
small
另
ant?
外
Or
呢，
the all
山
different
上的
colors
蚂蚁跟山
ants?
下的蚂
Would
蚁
they
会不会
fight?
打架？
And then the ant
我
from
问你，
the mountain and the ant from the valley, would they fight? Let me ask you.
以前我常常看到蚂蚁打架，
In
我
the
在高
past,
雄
I
住高
often
雄，
see
高雄电力公
ants
司的宿舍，
fighting.
我常常看到
I
一堆
live
蚂蚁
in
从这边爬过来，
Kaohsiung's
这边蚂蚁爬
power
过去，
company's
两边
dorm,
互相咬，咬到
and I
最后
see
啊，
ants coming from here,
死的
ants
有
coming from
疼，
here, and they
骨
they
骸
bite
如
each
土，
other, and then there was like
全
blood
部都
and
是死
bones
蚂
all
蚁，就是
over.
在那里啊，
They're all dead ants right there.
他们会不会争来争去？
So
会，
were they
而且那个
fighting with each
那
other?
那个
Yes.
他的那个
They used their
脚啊，互相咬啊，
claws to bite
咬
each
到最后
other,
死了一大堆。
and then lots of them died.
好像有蚂蚁，你们现在心
It
中想，
seems like there
好
are
像有蚂
ants
蚁，
in your
好像没
heart
有
think
蚂蚁。
this, and it seems like there are ants, but it seems like they
我
are
们人呐，
not
真的
ants.
是跟蚂蚁一样。
But human beings are just like ants.
你眼中有蚂蚁吗？
Do you have ants on
你有
your
没有想过
mind?
蚂蚁国？
Have you thought about the
蚂蚁是一个
ant
国一个国的。
countries?
你如果研究动物，你就知道蚂
If
蚁
you
是有
research the
它们是
animals, you
群
would
聚的
know
生活，
that
是有蚂蚁
ants
这个
are
国
in
度，
colonies.
两边的
They
为了
have like
利益也会
countries
争
like
的。
colonies, and for their benefits, they would fight with
你对蚂蚁
each
说
other.
法吗？
So do you give Dharma teachings to the ants?
你这样子延伸看看，人有说法吗？
And then deduce from
蚂蚁
it.
有说法吗？
Does the human being give Dharma teaching? Does the
这个就是
ant
非
give Dharma
非法。
teaching? And this is what the not non-Dharma is all about.
我举这样的例子啊，
That's the example that I gave.
跟你们所想象的《金刚经》
May be
不一样，《金
different
刚经》确实是
from
摧毁
the Vajra Sutra that you imagine.
你得到什
Vajra
么？
Sutra
我那天问
truly destroys
丹增卡措，
everything. What have you gained? The other day I asked Tenzin
你
Katso,
100年以后你得到什么？
what would you have
没
gained
有得到，
100 years from
我
now?
就再加
Nothing.
一句：那你现在读什么书？
Then I would
为
ask,
什么要
then
读书？
why do you want to study now?
我告诉你，你做，
Please be seated.
你
Let
要
me
这
tell
样子
you.
回答，
You should answer
因为我要读一
because
些书，
I want to
充实我的
study
知识，
to gain
懂得师
knowledge,
尊的书在讲的话，
to understand what Grandmaster is talking
无
about,
得无说。
and then to
这个是
to understand, to
正确的答
realize
案
and
啊。
understand that
你要
nothing
领悟
gained, nothing
为什么无
spoken.
所得？
You want to gain the
为什么
understanding
无所得？
why? there is nothing
你要领悟
to
这些
gain
东西。
and nothing to speak.
所以我今天也是主要还是讲这个标题呀、
So you
无
want
无
to
所
understand or comprehend this. That's why today I'm still
释迦
talking
牟尼
about
佛
the
好像
title.
有说法，又好像没
Nothing
有。
gained, nothing spoken.
事实
So
上也是
Sakyamuni
这个样
Buddha seemed to
为什么
give
是这
Dharma
样子
teaching,
呢？
but
是
also
不一
does
样。
not seem to give Dharma
一切
teaching, or
圣
did not
贤
seem to
皆
give Dharma
以
teaching.
无为法而有差。
Why is this?
什么是
Because
无
they've
为法？
all sages are distinguished by effortless
无为法。
Dharma. What is the effortless
为
Dharma
什么
or the
而做？
Dharma? Is you
它的
do,
无为，
you act not, you act without
我并不是
purpose.
为什么而做。
You don't do
我今
anything
天做了一件善
because
事，帮助了很多人。
today
我要
I do
看明天
good,
的
I
报
have
纸有没有
helped
登
so
出
many
来，
people, and I want to check in the
还有电
newspapers
视有没有播
tomorrow.
出来？
Is it being
我这个电
published
视啊，
or on the
有没有播
television?
出我做善事的事？
Did
我
they
看到我自己
broadcast
在
the
做
good
善
deeds,
事，
the
心里
charity
就
that
很
I
爽。
did?
电
Because
视有
if I
播出来，
see it, I would feel
报
good.
纸没有播出来，这个我
Is
做
it
了那么大的
broadcasted
善
on the
事，
TV or
报纸也没
newspaper?
有登，电视
How
也没有
come
登，
I've done such a
也没有
great
给我播出来，
charity and it was
以后
not
不干了。
broadcasted
这个叫
in
有
the
为
media
法。
or newspaper or stuff? Then I will not do it again. That's
什么是无
called
为法呢？
yu
耶
wei
稣讲，
fa,
右手做的善
dharma
事，
with
不要让
motives.
左手知道。
But the dharma without
这
motives
是耶稣，
is what, like what Jesus
这
said,
就是高
is
明
don't
的
let
路
the
路。
left hand knows what
他
the
讲
right
的是
hand
这句话，
does,
三
the good
轮
deeds.
体空啊。
So he's a high adept guru. That's the threefold
不为什
will
么而
that are
做？
intrinsically empty. You don't do things for anything.
你为了一
That's the
点
effortless
东西
dharma.
而做，就是有为法。
But if you do it for
所以
even
圣
a
贤有差
small
别，
reason, then that's
一切圣贤皆以
dharma
无为
with
法
motives.
而有差别。
Therefore, all sages are
你这
distinguished
个无为
by
法是清净几分？
motiveless dharma.
是有所举吗？
So,
法
what is
当
the
然是有所
percentage
举，
of the purity? Is there anything
有所
to
为
be
吗？也
gained?
不是有所
Of
为，
course not. Cannot be hold.
只
And
是
does
你
it
自然
matter?
而
It
然
does not matter. It
就在
just
心上，
naturally. You just do good
诸恶莫
naturally.
作，
Never
众
do
善奉
evils.
行。
Always do good.
做了
After
也
you
等于没做，
after you've done it, it's the same
说了
as if you have
也等
not.
于没说。
Even after you have spoken, is
金
as
刚
if
经
you
是
have
很
not
高深的
spoken.
经典
The
呢，你不要
Vajra
小
Sutra
看
is
它，
very deep and
你以为很
profound.
好
Don't
讲，其实
underestimate it.
不容易
You
讲
think it's
啊，
easy
无
to
为法
explain
有
it?
所差
No.
别。
Distinguish
你到
this
底清净了几分？
discrimination through the motiveless dharma. How many percent
所以
purity
我
are
们密
you?
教里面呢，有所谓清净，清
That's
净
for
分，
in
清
Tantrayana.
净分。
There is the purity
清净分是什么
percentage,
回
the
事？
so-called purity percentage.
完
And what
全
is
清
that?
净，就是
That
真
when
正
it's
的无为。
completely, when you are
有所差
completely
别，
pure, then that would
清
be
净的
the
两
Wu
分，
Fa,
你就
the
登地
motiveless dharma.
菩萨第二地，
If you
清净
are
四分
only
就是
pure
菩萨地，
20%, then you're
菩
the
萨
second
第
ground
四
of
地。
bodhisattvahood. If you're
你
pure
清净了
40%,
八分，
then you're the
是
fourth
菩
ground of
萨第八
bodhisattvahood.
地。
And then if
你
you're
清净
pure
了10分，
80%, you
是
reach the
菩
eighth
萨
ground
第
of
10地。
bodhisattvahood. If
你清净了密教里
if
面的
you're
清
pure
净了12分
100%,
就是菩
you
萨
reach the
第
10th
12
ground,
地半。
and it's 12 and
你
a
到
half
了清净的
percentage
13分，
purity,
就是五
then
方
that's the
佛。
12 and a half ground. If it's the
清净了
13,
16分，
then there's
就是
13
八
ground,
法
5
尔
Dhyani
法，
Buddha,
就是不
and then
执着。
16th ground, which is Adharma Buddha or the primordial Buddha. I'm sorry, it may not be the percentage, but anyway, 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 13. Inside our body, we have the 5 chakras, and that's 10 grounds. One chakra represents 2 grounds. When you open the secret chakra, you would gain 2 grounds. If you open the navel chakra, you would reach the 4th ground. If you open the heart chakra, you would reach the 6th ground. If you open the throat chakra, you would reach the 8th ground. If you open the crown chakra, you would become a bodhisattva of the 10th ground. And then if you open the top, the crown chakra, then you would reach the 12th ground. And then if you open the head bum, the top knot, you would reach 12.5 ground. And then all the way to Buddhahood. That's the difference. So distinguished by motiveless Dharma. So, what is your purity percentage? You don't want to be a mundane being who's done charity today, and they would have a press conference, and they would have reporters, and then he checks the newspaper so that everybody knows that you've done charity. Then you're not qualified to become a bodhisattva. All you can go is, or a Buddha. All you can go is to heavens. A bodhisattva is always for others, never for yourself, never for oneself. Only then it's called a bodhisattva. If you always think of yourself, then you have self or I. You're not a bodhisattva. You're just, the most you can reach is human and heavenly realms. A bodhisattva is always thinking for others, never for themselves. Only then they are called a bodhisattva. But there are also differences. A rich man was walking his dog, and a murderer jumped from the wood and killed the dog. And the rich man was really angry. Why did you kill my dog? Because someone spent $5 million to get your dog's life. And this is playful of Chinese. And the rich man was really shaking and thankful to him. Who's your language teacher? Who's your Chinese teacher? I want to thank her, whatever, the teacher. So that's why going to school has benefits, you know. If someone asks you to kill somebody's dog's life, which means somebody's like busted life, you know, I mean, that, you know, he made a mistake thinking that is his dog's life. Someone had a toothache and went for a tooth extraction. And had to pay for it himself. And the tooth has been extracted. And then the patient told the dentist, "Wow, you are so good at earning money. For 3 seconds and you earn 1,500. And the dentist replied, "If you want, I can do it in slow motion." So that's also wrong.
拔牙齿用慢动作。
Use slow motion to extract a tooth.
所以什么是一切圣贤皆以无为法而有差别？
So what is
什么是
all
非法
sages
非
are
非法？
distinguished by motiveless dharma, and what
如
is
来
not
所说法皆不
non-dharma.
可取不可说。
And
依
all
无
teachings
有
of the
定法
Tathagata
如来
cannot
可
be
说。
held and cannot be spoken.
所有的法，刚刚的笑话
无有
里面讲，
定法，如来可说。
事实上没有定法。你知
There's
道
no
吗？
fixed dharma
密教的
to be
法
spoken.
是以前祖师传下来的。
There is no tantric dharma
是不
was
是可以自己
transmitted
创
by
造？
lineage gurus. Can
可以。
you invent it yourself? Yes.
你密教祖师
The
创
tantric
造了一个
lineage
新的法，
gurus invent
可
a
以，
new
没
dharma.
有错，
It's
是可
okay.
以的。
That's correct.
很多的
It's
法
allowed.
都是新的法，
There are many
但
dharma,
是这个法
that are
都可以
new.
变动的，
but this dharma too is dynamic.
所以叫做无有定法。
That's why it's not fixed.
这个也要你们想一想，无有定法，如来可说。依无有
Think
定
about,
法，如来
ponder
可
on
说。
this piece. Also, no
所以
fixed
佛陀
dharma to
释
be
迦牟尼佛
spoken
经
by the
常讲
Tathagata.
不可说，
So that's
因
why
为是无有定
Sakyamuni
法，
Buddha
所以不
often
可说。
said, cannot be spoken because it's not fixed. That's why it cannot be spoken.
这个小钱跟小刘相约到森林爬山，不小心
A
迷
and
路了，
B went
手
to
机
the
也没有信
mountains
号。
hiking,
小
and they
钱
got
讲
lost
别
and
怕，
no
我有
more
带地图
signals
来。
on the cell phone.
哇，小刘
And he said,
非
oh,
常
don't
高兴，
worry,
连
I
忙
have
抢过来
maps.
打开一看，
And B was very happy
这
and
样你
and
带的
and
是
grabbed
世
the
界
map
地图。
and then said, but what you have is the world map.
同样是地图啊，但是你
They are
最主
all
要
the
是要
same,
这个森
they're
林的地
maps.
图，
But the one that you
而不是
need
世
is
界
the
地
map
图。
of the forest, not the world map.
这样了解吗？好，Om Mani Padme Hum。
Now do you understand? Om Mani Padme Hum.